Hi there everyone, and welcome to this week's update video. And I want to start off today by commenting a little bit about what I've seen and read from you in this past week. I want to say that I really do appreciate the fact that you have taken the time to be very honest in your interactions. I know that in this sort of a format, sometimes we don't really get to know each other as well as we might in a classroom. And so I appreciate the fact that you have been honest and authentic in what you've been saying, and I've appreciated your story and your journey. And one thing I do want to say and stress to you is that no matter where you are in your journey, and all of you are at somewhat different spaces, that it is very important for us to keep considering what we mean when we talk about being a follower of Jesus, because this cost of discipleship that we spoke about this last week, Dietrich Bonhoeffer is a great example of someone who really considered that, and you have done well to reflect on that. But I think, as I mentioned to several of you in the comments this week, is that it's important for us to keep considering that question. Are we becoming more like the followers of Jesus we say we are? Or is that just simply something that we talk about? We call ourselves a Christian or a Jesus follower or a disciple or any of those kind of words that we sometimes tend to just throw out there because they sound right and it sounds good to say that. And it's something that for all of us, almost on a daily basis, we have to ask, am I really counting the cost of what it means to follow Jesus? Because it is costly. It costs you at times relationships. It costs you at times, even as we've seen in extreme cases, your life. And so is that a cost you're willing to pay? And that's something we need to keep asking ourselves as we go forward. And now as we move on to this next week, I want you to know that as we discuss this idea of the great reversal, which is the death of Jesus, the idea that the world as we see it, the world as we experience it today, with its hardships, its difficulties, its failures, sometimes it doesn't make sense at all. And sometimes the things that we experience are not right. They're not fair. It's not just. That's the world in which we live. That's the world that we are used to. And the great reversal is really the time we look forward to when that won't be the case. When what is just will happen. What is right will happen. What is now broken and wrong and corrupted in this world will be fixed. And that's something that already we see for those in the kingdom of God. We already see small slivers or shadows, if you like, of that happening to be fully realized in the future. And finally, I want you to know that you are being prayed for by me, and you are constantly on my mind as I read and think through the things you're saying. And so I want you to know that I individually appreciate each one of you and your contribution. And I want you to know that Amy, Alan, Bobby, Claudette, Crystal, Douglas, Gina, Hanan, Carrie, Kelsey, Kiona, Leland, Lania, Maritza, May, Raylan, Timothy, Veronica, Victoria, and Yolanda. I hope I didn't leave anyone out, but you are important people to me, and I want you to know that I'm there for you as much as you need. And if you need me to respond to questions and normal things, I can do that. But if you ever want to talk, we can set up a time to do that over a format like this on Skype or something like that, and I'd be happy to do so. So all the best to you this week, and I look forward to getting the first glimpse of your signature assignment, which you have the instructions for that. It's quite clear on your syllabus, and the instructions are quite similar. If you've done BIBL 100, you kind of know how this works, but please make sure that if there's anything you don't know, give me a buzz and I will help you with that. Thanks. Have a great week.